The Minnesota Vikings cut veteran punter Chris Kluwe today. The team said that Kluwe's performance and salary were to blame, but Kluwe has been getting a lot more attention than punters usually get, speaking out in favor of same-sex marriage.
Whatever the reason for his firing, we wondered about the rest of us. Can you be fired for what you say off the job? Good question. Jason DeRusha found out when you can badmouth your boss.
What you say outside of work is outside of work.
Do you ever badmouth your employer?
I do my best not to.
We all do our best, but work is work. Our own time is our own, right?
Are there things that we say outside the office that could get us fired?
Yes, no question about it.
Justin Cummins sticks up for wrongly fired employees in court. Minnesota is an at-will employment state.
An employer can fire an employee for a good reason, a bad reason, or no reason at all, as long as it's not for an illegal reason.
Aren't you surprised at what people say about their workplace on Facebook or Twitter?
Yeah, I don't do that either.
It is certainly lawful to criticize the employer in social media. The National Labor Relations Board has said so. The key, though, is that the criticism needs to be tied to the conditions in the workplace.
You are always protected if you're complaining about things like wages or benefits or safety issues to your coworkers.
They're advocating for terms and conditions of employment that are superior to what they currently have, or they're criticizing the terms and conditions of employment.
What if your boss doesn't like your politics?
That would be crossing a line.
Your political view is your political view. I mean, your job shouldn't have anything to do with your political view.
This is America. You should be able to say whatever you want in your off hours.
Political speech, generally speaking, is not protected in the way that, for example, complaining about terms and conditions of employment is. Potentially, you could be fired for it.
What do you recommend that people do?
Be careful what you say.
Good advice. If you have a contract or if you're in a union, you probably have a clause that says you can only be fired for a good reason. That does give you a little more protection in your off-hour speech. Plus, the National Labor Relations Board has said that companies are in general overreaching with their social media policies that say you can never say anything negative about the company. The idea being that you should have protection if you're going to talk about workplace conditions. But, you know, even if you're in the right, they can still fire you. You have to go to court. I mean, this could take years, and you don't have a job. So, got to think about it.
Yeah, very interesting, I think, for a lot of people to see that tonight.
I love my workplace. Just want to be
smart move.
Don't we all?
Smart move.
Thank you.
If you have a good question, Jason, love to hear from you. If you have a comment, he'd love to hear from you. Send it to him at wcco.com/links.